Good morning. I am going to need to start off with some good electrolytes today. I'm glad I got another shipment of Relight in. Relight is a great way to start your day if you're on a carnivore diet or if you're on lion diet. Anywhere where you're not getting a whole lot of electrolytes. Relight has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 1,585 milligrams of chloride, so you get your salt content. You got 500 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium, and trace minerals. That's in the form of Redmond sea salt, potassium citrate, magnesium malate, and magnesium glycinate. And all you got to do is empty it into your drink. This particular one is unflavored, so that I don't have any extra things in there. And extra things is something I would like to talk to you about this morning, because extra things can really throw you off. So as a lot of you who've been watching my channel know, for the last a little over a year and a half now, I've been doing a very strict version of lion diet. But August has really kind of thrown a wrench in the works. It started off with, as I talked about when I went on that out-of-towner with a business trip, I was kind of stuck in a situation where I was eating meals that I didn't get to choose. And I know a lot of you said, yeah, you should have fasted for that period. I agree now, because there's been some developments this month as far as my gut issues are concerned. Because I noticed about a week ago, I was starting to get some very similar symptoms to what I used to get before I started doing this diet. And I thought, well, geez, I know a lot of people have reactions to stuff weeks afterward, but I had been better since the trip. For the most part, it had been about a week had gone by and I hadn't had any issues. And then I started to notice these issues popping back up. So it could be the slow movement through the gut, or it could have been something else. Because I also added eggs back in August. And I've been doing great with them as far as the taste, and also not having any type of immediate reaction, not having any gut pain that was coming from eating the eggs. But like I say, I noticed this now, so maybe it's something that took time to kick in. But I decided I would get a little bit more close look at some things, because one other thing, and this is where it gets real difficult to figure out exactly what's going on when you're doing an elimination diet, is if you have multiple things happening at once, you can't figure out which one's causing the problem too easy. So funny, I just met another one of my new neighbors. Florida's just got people coming in droves. This guy was from Virginia. Meet a lot of dog owners when you go walking with a dog. Anyway, back to the multiple things happening at once. I also started eating hamburger meat a lot more, because my wife and kids have started to do a lot more protein. They're going more of a ketovore style diet. So because we've been trying to cut back on some of the cost, the hamburger meat was a cheaper option. It was ground steak and ground chuck from Walmart. And it comes out to about $4 to $5 a pound, a little less if you get it at a manager special. And I'm thinking, okay, this will help offset some of the costs, because I probably average around $8 to $9 a pound when I get meats on special. But I eat a lot of ribeye. At least I was eating a lot of ribeye because of the high fat content. And you know, it's hard to get that into an affordable range. But I've had to go back to it, because I found out that burger meat from Walmart, and I don't mean just the packages that are pre-cut round, but also the standard burger meat and all the different types of ground chuck and ground steak, they have an extra ingredient, not just beef. It's that doggone natural flavoring that shows up, and nobody knows what it is. I talked to the meat department guy, and he explained to me that they don't come to him to grind. He doesn't grind the meat there. It comes already packaged when it comes from the warehouse. I was at another Walmart in another town, and I was talking to their meat department guy too, and he said the same thing. And they even told me there that sometimes the meat comes in and it's already brown and it's dated to go out like a week later. Not go out a week later, but to be out of date a week later. And he'll have to send some of it back right then. So it just goes to show, you don't know really what you're getting when it comes to this ground beef, but especially when it's got an extra ingredient that you can't identify. Now, I've tried to do some research on this, and everything I have found so far seems to be speculation. But I can't help but think that there's somebody out there that does meat grinding that's commenting on this to help add to this story. But everybody seems to be on the same page, is that they're either adding some kind of vegetable oil, seed oil, or they're adding soy to the burger meat. This past week, I noticed that I was having a lot more inflammation, a lot more pain in my lower back. Now, I have been walking with a 24-pound vest, and I got my 100 push-ups in today with an extra 24-pound vest on. Now, that's not terribly unusual. I've been doing 16 pounds up until recently, so maybe that's a little bit of strain on my back. But I've noticed when I'm doing my push-ups too, that I'm having a harder time with it, but it is a little extra weight. But I know, I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference between having the strength I had and having the strength I have now. And I'm telling you, something has affected me different lately. So I've had to cut out all of it. I cut out the eggs, cut out the going out to eat with the guys. I'm gonna make sure that if I've got to deal with that, I'm in a fasting mode. And I'm cutting out that burger from Walmart. Until I can find out what that ingredient is, I'm not gonna feed it to my family either. So we got to find a way to make it work again. And I wanted to share that with you. This diet can be a little bit difficult to maintain when you're on a budget, and especially if you're getting your whole family involved. But it can be really frustrating when you realize that you're not going in the right direction and you feel like you're doing everything right. Well, the best thing I can tell you is you got to press on. The key is not to let that continue. You got to be able to say, screw it, I'm going to get up and do it. I'm going to make that walk get in today, just like I did this morning. I did not wake up as early as I've been getting used to, but I pushed through and said, you know, I'm just going to go get it done. I'm going to make it happen today. And you can make it happen too. All you got to do is keep pressing on. When you find out you got yourself in a rut, do what it takes to get back out. One of the things I'm doing right now also is I'm doing a little bit of a fast today. I'm at least going to hold out until lunchtime so I can do a full 18-hour fast. But if I can do better than that, I probably will. Because like I said, I put on a few extra pounds. I'm back up to 196 this morning. I was down to 188. So it's just frustrating. But don't let frustration stop you. Don't let something like this get you to think, oh no, I might as well give up. Because that is one easy way to go into a spiral downhill. And I don't want to see anybody lose the wonderful gains they've gotten, or losses, gain back the losses they had on this diet. However you want to look at it, I want you to keep moving in the right direction. So let's do it. If you haven't started yet with a diet that's going to change your life, what are you waiting for? Lion Diet's changed mine. It could be the thing that you need. It may not be the thing that you need. But I'm betting something that removes a bunch of the processed food, seed oils, and all the garbage that they put in our food these days that really makes it not edible, then you're going to have a much healthier life. You're going to find more energy to do the things that you want to do to take care of your body. I certainly did. It makes a difference when you're running on the right fuel. I'll see you guys next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?